Elon Musk having a 13th child with influencer Ashley St. Clair is not a story that I would typically cover, but an interesting detail about Ashley caught my eye, and now I'm down a rabbit hole. WikiLeaks just exposed that the mother of Elon Musk's child, Ashley St. Clair, is being managed by PR strategist Brian Glicklick. Brian Glicklick. That's hard to say. Anyway, important part is that Brian has received $598,000 from an Israeli security firm. Here's the original WikiLeaks citation coming from the Times of Israel, which led me to think, is this a Mossad honey trap situation? This led me down the whole Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky rabbit hole, which, if you don't know, she may have allegedly been Mossad. This is an article from 1999, which talks about how Israel blackmailed Bill Clinton with Monica Lewinsky tapes. Yes, the steamy talks between the two of them were captured by Israeli intelligence, allegedly. Details came from this book, Gideon Spies: The Secret History of the Mossad by Gordon Thomas. Then about a decade later, another book came out that pretty much corroborated the same story, except this time with the added detail that the Clinton-Lewinsky tapes were used in order to negotiate the release of Jonathan Pollard, who was an American intelligence official turned Israeli spy. Quote, a New York Times article from November 1998 reported that the two leaders, referring to Netanyahu and Clinton, had discussed Pollard's release during the ill-fated conference, and that the Israelis had told the president something that opened up the possibility of Pollard's release, something the Clinton administration had explicitly ruled out during the first 6 years of his presidency. The Times article noted that a White House spokesperson told a reporter that Clinton was simply newly impressed by the force of Netanyahu's arguments. Isn't it interesting that time and time again, president after president, they have all found Netanyahu to be impressive and convincing? Anyway, back to Elon. What could they be wanting out of him? I can only conjecture. But one thing we do know about Elon is that he used to be pretty pro-free speech. Here's an article from November of 2022 saying that he's going to grant amnesty to suspended Twitter accounts that the ADL deemed to be anti-Semitic and anti-Israel. A couple years ago, Elon actually blamed the ADL for causing Twitter/X to lose advertisers. But then he, meets Ashley St. Clair May of 2023, as the reporting goes. October 7th happens. November, Elon is taking a trip to Israel to quote-unquote learn the truth. And then he reverses his previous stance on free speech. And now in 2025, the ADL is defending Elon for, an awkward gesture. All this is, of course, conjecture, but I will say that the timeline is a little sus. What do you think?